So I met this chick at the bar.
Yeah?
Oh, dude, she was hot. She was just like, hey,
man,
you just want to
awesome.
pop? And I was like, yeah.
Too easy.
Yeah. Oh, hey.
CIB. Oh. Hey, where'd you earn that CIB at?
The PX? What? It's not stolen valor. I bought it with my... Oh!
Holy shit, it's MSG retarded and stoned vag.
And stoned vag.
Holy shit.
Flapping away, flappity flappy.
I guess there's been like some spurging out over my videos.
Oh, sure seems like it.
It does. It really does. It seems as though PV1 Michael Kaiser has decided to call a retired master sergeant MSG retarded. He's following after his buddy Todd.
Right. Todd, as a reminder, Todd supports this guy.
Oh yeah, I forgot. But you know, I just wanted to, and luckily you were available. I said, let's do a live stream. You know, he said I had an opiate issue. Yeah.
You want to?
And then I smoke weed.
So
I tried weed when I was in high school. I was more of a drinker than I was a weed smoker because the weed fucking made me pass out. So
I was joking with Top on the beginning of this. I was like, I would take the bet if somebody's like, "Would you bet for or against that he's ever smoked weed?" I was nah, probably not.
Now, high school, I mean, in the 70s, everybody did.
Sure. And that shit was
so all the guys I hung around with, they'd be smoking weed on the way to school or something. So I'd take a puff and I'd pass out. They'd leave me in the fucking car in the parking lot. I'd be late for fucking school. I'd be like, what the fuck happened? But you know, we're talking back in the 70s. But yeah, I don't smoke weed. I may have mentioned at one time. Now, 2007, I was in Iraq. I got injured from a fall, nothing combat related, and really fucked up my shoulders. And I had to have bilateral shoulder surgeries when I came back. And they did my left shoulder. It was an orthoscope. I had some tears in the labrum. They cleaned it all up. 10 days later, they gave me a bunch of Percocets, which I took a couple and I was all set. Out riding my dirt bike like 10 days later. Well, of course, the right one, I went back and they ended up having to do the big dig because it was all tore up. They ended up shortening the collarbone by 2 millimeters. And there was a lot of reconstruction they did to my right shoulder, which it's been great ever since. But, they give you the M&M bottles of Percocets. And yeah, I can see how people get addicted to it. And I've said that before. It gives you that euphoric feeling. You're invincible. You feel really good. And I have stated I can see how people get addicted to that shit. I do have empathy for people that get addicted that way. 10 years as a police officer on the civilian side, I dealt with it all the time. People that said, yeah, I got hooked on the heroin because they were giving me all these pain meds for a surgery I had. And then they stopped it cold turkey and it was horrible. And I can see that, but I never really had a major issue with it when I was all done with it. Did I want more? Oh yeah. I was like, oh, I could use some more because it's still a little sore. And my doc's like, yeah, no, you're in that. You got to be very careful. Luckily, I'm strong-willed enough to where I didn't succumb to that and break into my neighbor's house through the window and steal the medications out of their medicine box. But that's me.
Or rob people's guns, their firearms, and try and pawn them off. Or break into your work at 40 years old.
No, well, that's true. That's true.
No. Listen, when Kaiser first came on, when I very first heard of him, all I knew of him is Dan was this. Dan Welsh News Network got part of some of the crimes that he had done. And I defended Kaiser at first because I was like, look, the timeline what he's claiming. Because I hadn't heard his crazy stories yet. So I was like, that era, I'm like, look at Jeff. It happened to fucking Jeff. It happened to other dudes we know. They start at that time, they were really overprescribing like opiates.
Oh yeah.
And so like I was like, man, that makes sense. Fucking maybe you hurt his, I was like, I don't know what Kaiser got hurt or whatever, but maybe he hurt his back and fucking they gave him that shit and then he got into some shit and then he pulled it back. I don't know. Come to find out it was all a fucking lie.
Yeah, well, if his lips were moving, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, even when, what was it, 2023 in February, when I had my really bad racing crash down in Georgia and I fractured 3 vertebrae in my back. I told them, I said, I don't want like Percocets or anything like that. And they said, well, how about Dilaudid? So they gave me Dilaudid. I don't remember what classification that is, but they gave me Dilaudid and it actually took care of the pain, but they only gave me, a few to get home because we were in Georgia. I had a 1,000-mile drive. And then my doctor gave me like 10 more when I got home because I went to see him and I'm like, yeah, I've got no pain meds. And you remember I did some live streams actually wearing my back brace.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah.
He gave me some, and I didn't even use all of those. I just needed enough to get through that first couple of days home after driving with that fucking back brace. That was miserable. And of course, then I went out and went right back for the first race of the season, crashed and broke 2 ribs and took no pain meds for that.
Literally a maniac.
I am Master Sergeant Retarded. So
yeah, maybe Kaiser.
My wife's calling me Master Sergeant Retarded now.
Hey, Rick.
But you know what the big thing is when he's trying to divert. He's trying to, well, how come he doesn't go after the angry vet? Well, I don't know. Has the angry vet ever claimed 2 Purple Hearts and 3 tours? No. Has he ever made any outrageous claims about his service? No. Did he fail out of basic training twice? No. That's why. I don't give a shit about auditors, anti-auditors. I don't give a shit. Do I like what they do? No, I don't like what either side does. Yeah. I think you are just
the drama. It's drama.
It is.
That's all. It's all just drama shit. But Kaiser's like, why are you going after me? Because you still have a MP hat behind. Do you have the video? We got to watch this beginning, first couple minutes.
I don't watch his stuff. The only reason I knew about it is, and actually last night, Jeff showed it. I was in his chat and I left. And then this morning I was if I miss something, I'll just kind of like chop it up and go through it just to see if there's anything that's funny or interesting. And I was like, wait a minute, that's fucking Kaiser. And he's calling me Master Sergeant Retarded. He must be on the phone with fucking Todd.
Totally. Do you want to watch it? It is really hilarious. We don't have to stay on. No, you're good.
Present it and I'll bring it up.
Let's see here. God, man, it's fucking comical. It is fucking comical. Let's see. Can I present? Oh, I can't present. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you should be able to share it. I just have to put it up.
Gotcha. Okay.
And you're going to have control of the video. So
okay, cool.
I'll bring it up and then you can control it.
Okay, let's go to live chat. Not that it matters, because really the best part is Kaiser.
A whore who's lost her children and is nothing but a drug addict that they call Tiffany. That's going to be a girl named Tiffany, who's my girlfriend.
Good evening.
There he is.
Wait, this is a different one. Sorry, shit. I got the wrong one.
You're a tool.
I am. Okay, here we go. Boom.
When they mention a whore who's lost
a doctor thing, and look at all the shit he does wrong.
Look at fucking Kaiser. First of all, with his hair combed to the side and that 12-year-old sweater get up he's got going. The dude looks like a fucking kid. Looks like a little Hitler youth.
Hey, you know, when he goes to Alabama, he should take that orange jumpsuit with him. He may need it.
And here's the reason why. Look over his right shoulder, everybody. First of all, that whole everything behind that wall is his wall of lies. He was never a cop. He never attended the University of Texas. He was never an MP. This is why, Kaiser. This is why. Because you burglarize people's homes and the places that give you a chance to work, and you murdered a fucking disabled Marine vet. That's why, Kaiser. Tav is annoying. Tav's audits are beyond annoying. What he does in the VA, I think, is atrocious. Yeah. It's not remotely the shit Kaiser.
How many times have you ever felt the need to record your doctor's appointments?
I just, yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. But
how many times have you gone to the post office and said, "Oh, let me get out my phone. I'm going to videotape."
Yeah. Or even before that, go to the post office and be like, you know what's being violated here? My rights.
Yeah. I'm going to buy one stamp.
Yeah. Fucking post office violating the shit out of my rights. Oh, fuck.
It's and Evan.
I'm sorry.
Being here. They're
Syphilis.
oh.
Okay.
Good evening,
There we go.
Roughnecks. How is everybody tonight? Thank you all for being here. Sorry I ain't seen you in a few days. A little under the weather.
It's crazy how he happened to get sick for 3 days, right as Shiz pulled out official court documentation that he's got a court date
right.
February 5th. Weird how that happened.
February 5th, 2025, 9 a.m.
Get some.
Also, be cognizant of his chat. Notice how it's all blue. There might be one or two people that'll comment that are not blue.
Hardly ever though. And there's Kimmy.
Where? Exactly.
The King.
You know how that goes. But thank you all for being here. I hope everyone's having a decent holiday, and we're almost there.
Better than yours.
You know,
Yep. Yours got
I gotta
way worse,
tell you,
Kaiser.
though, it's kind of funny.
Ooh.
You never, ever hear anybody calling out old Kevin.
By the way, not for not.
Hi, Kevin.
Yeah, calling him out. Hey, Tav.
Hey, Kevin. We're calling you out.
You greasy fuck. From one greasy fuck to another. No, Tav has been called out for years. For years. I mean, how much shit did you get? You probably got notified, like, hey, can you look up this angry vet guy? Like, I remember when I first started looking at auditors 2 years ago and shit, I was like, no way. I was like, I can't believe this dude's a vet. But, you know, he is. And
I believe he's shown his shit.
I believe so. I don't remember. I believe so. Like way back when. I mean, before, like early on, because I watched a vet channel watch his shit and then try and dissect on how he was stolen valor. And I was, and the truth is, man, all this shit, and it was early when I wasn't now I know it'd be more cautious and shit and whatever, but like, I'm watching him. I'm like, yeah, I get it, man. All these things are mistakes or whatever that I've seen too. And then that same channel was like, ends up he's verified. He's a vet. And yeah, it again, I dislike a lot what he does, but he's a vet.
Oh, just so the chat knows, I ignore you fuckers while we're live. I can't do two things at once. Also, make sure you hit the thumbs up. I am no longer part of the YouTube partnership, so I am not monetized.
I'm going to take away that background. That was annoying me. Thought it'd be nice with something behind. Oh, you're not monetized? I saw that. What?
Nope, I took it out. It's a pain in the ass, and they are such dicks about most of the shit you do that I just
said, fuck it. Now
I mean, people have given enough and I've made enough off my videos to pay for my studio shit, even though my Canon camera's acting up on live streams. I don't know why, but I'll figure it out. So
the next live stream is going to be watch a boomer tech.
Yeah, really.
With Master Sergeant Retarded.
Retarded. That's me.
For his bullshit. And I think it is absolutely hilarious. I've never once heard, MSG Retarded call Angry Vet out of anything. And look at all the shit he does wrong. How about all the veterans?
All the shit he does wrong.
What?
All the shit what has he done wrong?
By the way, he got busted for the shit that he did wrong.
He did.
I mean, just like you're going to get busted, Kaiser. Yeah. All the vets? Fuck you. You're not a vet. You don't speak for us, Kaiser. You are a stolen valor murder burglar, dude. You're not a vet. You're not a fucking vet. You don't speak for us. Keep our names out your mouth, motherfucker.
He violates in every one of his little trips when he turns a doctor's appointment into a fraud. What about their rights?
What rights?
And whatever.
He does not have I hate auditors, but they don't have the ability to grant or take away your rights. Kaiser, I don't think he gets what that means.
You know who has the ability to take away your rights is a police officer when he places you under arrest. He's taking away your right to freedom.
There you go.
I really think is funny is the hypocrisy coming from MSG Retarded, who, we learned a few months ago, or I learned a few months ago, that he also had a opiate issue once upon a time. But he got...
Honey, where's my Percocets?
Yeah.
I can't take this.
Hey, what's up, Kimmy? Pig Kimmy. Hey, Michael, they over there talking about opiates.
They'll be trying to break into my house.
Yeah, I know. Be sure don't put your schedule out.
No.
Got rid of that by
smoking weed,
switching to weed. And hey, that's all well and good. Hey, more power to you, bud.
It was over 50 years ago that I took a puff of weed. It was about 50 years ago.
What's crazy too is it's weed, it's weed. It ain't taking the place of fucking opiates. I hate to tell you this. Kaiser knows it, but Kaiser's doing this thing that low-level manipulators try and do. Is he's trying to equate everything. He's trying to make weed equal opiates. Same. They're both drugs. He's trying to fucking equate his stolen valor to Tav's terrible behavior at the VA. They're not the fucking same. And he's trying, and they do that. A dude like him, this way people can't stand being around him after a while. It's like you get sick of this shit. And he can do no wrong ever.
No, and this entire thing is nothing more than trying to deflect.
Totally.
That's all it is. He's just trying to deflect. He's trying to do some damage control because, and like I said, look at his chat.
Yeah, all blue. Oh, one Mr. Monday.
Karma's helper.
Yeah, geez.
Karma is coming.
But you think, you might want to be a little bit more empathetic when, somebody develops an opiate dependent issue.
So I can't, I know it's sympathy. Empathy means you understand it. Sympathy is you're like.
I do have empathy. I do have empathy for those that become addicted to opiates that through whatever and working the road. If I came across someone, I would always ask them, how did you end up in this
Yeah, in the spot.
predicament. How did you end up on heroin? Well, I had a surgery way back when, and I was taking Percocets or Oxycontin or whatever, and I couldn't get any more, and the pills are too expensive on the street, so I went to the cheap alternative, heroin.
I feel for the addiction thing. I am very fortunate. I can abuse alcohol, but I don't. When I don't have it, I don't crave it. And like,
Okay.
and it's like I don't crave when they gave me Percocets when I was whatever 30 years ago. Percocets for pulling out wisdom teeth. They didn't like. I was done with. They dulled pain, but that was it. Go ahead.
That explains it.
Took all the wisdom out.
Yeah, took all the wisdom out of you. That
So they're doing the Marine
a lot.
Corps.
Maybe that's why I'm Master Sergeant retarded.
Yeah.
I had all my wisdom teeth pulled when I was like 15.
Dumb and pretty. Dumb and pretty.
because of, I don't know, a few surgeries they may have had.
A few surgeries you may have had. You claimed all of your surgeries were service connected. None, they're not service connected, dude. You said 9 surgery, whatever number. He goes from 8 to 9 on his surgeries.
Well,
Because somebody had surgeries.
I've heard anywhere from 5 to 8 to 9 while he was in the Army.
Yeah. All while he was in the Army, by the way.
He may have had one for shin splints while because he was in for 11 months.
Yeah.
They started his discharge within that first 6 months.
Yeah. So he didn't. So he got the uncharacterized.
So uncharacterized. And then he was doing whatever medical that they were going to do to try and do him. Then he got a disability severance pay from the Guard. Bye-bye.
Yeah. And then he went in for some surgery because they had to take off his ankle monitor while he was under arrest under confinement for, I guess, home confinement for the murder stuff. His capital murder indictment.
Hey, you know one thing I've never worn?
Me
ankle bracelet.
either.
You know one thing I've always been able to pass?
Piss test?
Drug test. Piss test.
I mean, now I couldn't. Well, I mean, weed. I mean, nobody cares about weed anymore.
Yours will come back with 3 sheets.
I would expect better out of an E8 than that. I truly, truly would.
A stolen valor dude expects more out of an E8.
Your admiration, I don't want or need.
Kaiser.
Your acknowledgement, I don't want or need.
As a reminder,
what's going on in my chat right now is all these people are saying he's already confessed to all of it. No, he hasn't. He has deflected and done damage control. He has never put out a video that apologized for any of it. He has never apologized for the admiration and accolades that he's received as a wounded Purple Heart combat veteran. Never, ever, ever, nor will he ever.
And he has the MP hat. He has not confessed to shit. He said, I made up a character when I first came on here to make myself seem like it was the same thing all these dudes do. I did it to honor my dad and grandfather. I did it to honor you guys. Like, shut the fuck up. And then
he's sorry that he got caught. That's it.
Sorry he got caught. He's never, ever confessed to his Purple Heart lies, to his 3 tours in Afghanistan, to being a Ranger, to being an MP, to being in the battle. Airborne, the Battle of Tora Bora. Yeah, Airborne, Battle of Tora Bora, 2 years drug suppression unit. Yeah.
Oh, man, some of that stuff I forgot all about.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and that's just, he's also claimed he's been a fucking contractor who's doing secret scroll. She pulled the DeWitt. He's trying to pull the DeWitt shit. Oh, they don't know because I was a contractor. They don't know, and they don't keep records. Let me tell you this. When you fail basic training twice, the secret scroll agencies ain't coming fucking knocking at your door. They don't
As a matter of fact,
recruit
they're going to look
deal.
at your application and go, no.
Oh, you're not even. I mean, 2 failures at basic training. Yeah, you're. Nobody wants. I don't. Private contractors don't. Nobody wants you. You're not
He didn't
passing
even get an expert badge or a sharpshooter.
He
or a
he wasn't even on the range.
No, he got nothing.
Literally nothing. and he's worried about what a retire. He's like, I expect more out of a retired out of an E8. Generally specific, this dude told Generally Specific he was a retired E8. Kaiser told Todd that, and Todd went with it. Todd gave our support this dude.
Well, I mean, he literally was one promotion away from a
literally.
sergeant major.
Literally.
And
He's right.
that's
He's
his level of
100% right.
And
The
he's
reason I
sitting
retired-
right there.
Okay, sorry, go ahead.
The reason I retired, right before I dropped my retirement papers, I was notified that my name was going forward to be put in for the Sergeant Major's Academy. And I said, nope, I'm retiring. All done. 6 months after I retire, I get a welcome message to the Sergeant Major's Academy. I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. I called up the commandant, the Sergeant Major, his office in Fort Sam. I think that's where it is.
I don't know.
Fort Bliss, Fort Sam. I forget. But anyway, I called him up and I said, hey, if you want to bring me back on active duty, be more than happy to come. And they're like, yeah, you're the 3rd guy in this class that's already retired. I said, yeah, it's called a good S1 shop.
I mean, it's just such a. Anyway. What was I saw something. Oh, Gus. Yeah. So listen, I don't think Hippie's gonna mind too much. I don't put too much of shit on the street. You guys saw it. So when we were live the other day, he like passed out in the middle of it, and his daughter was watching our show and showed it to his wife, and they got really worried about him. Which truly I was too. I felt like, okay, he, whatever, and showed it to the doctor. So now he's going to the doctor. We are trying. We're definitely going to try and do it this afternoon. We'll be on this afternoon if Hippie's feeling up to it. If not, though, no. But I'll try. I'll give you guys as much lead time as I can. But we're going to try and do it. Hippie wants to do it, so. But it depends. If he's exhausted and all that shit, fuck that. We'll do it another day.
How do I say this?
How do you say it, Kaiser? No problem, Goose.
I'm wrong.
You are.
But it's perfectly okay for Kevin. What is that address again?
I love how he does. Is this the sly doxing Kaiser? You think he gives a fuck if you know his address?
What is it?
Tav is a fucking crazy person. Go show up to his house.
Cedar Day Drive.
I don't want to show up to his house.
I know.
And I think I kind of get along with him, kind of.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
But you come after me, but yet it's okay for him. You don't say anything about his public claim that his service-connected PTSD is somehow made worse.
You know why? Because I'm not a fucking doctor, you dumb fuck.
By him not being allowed to video and violate other veterans who are at the VA trying to get help.
How's he violating them?
I would expect better out of a damn retired E8 than that.
He got arrested.
But, I guess.
Shit. So when he broke the law, they arrested him. Up until that point, he was allowed to film in public foyers. Okay. I don't get it. I don't get why they do it. I don't care. But why is it my job now? I do stolen valor. You're a fucking stolen valor thief.
Kaiser, I get, but since there's Kaiser little wranglets in here and all that shit,
Are there? I haven't been paying them.
right?
Paying
So,
attention.
I think Billy under one of his thing is in here. Billy Meadows, that fucking loser.
Don't even know who he is.
Not even worth knowing. Not
He's
even worth
too
knowing.
busy watching Dazed and Confused and beating off. But whatever.
Talking about
I hope
you.
everybody is happy.
Talking about you.
Dazed and confused and beaten off. Only one beaten. Well, either you're doing your mom or you're beating off yourself. I don't know which.
Was Earl David Warden a stolen valor? All I heard is that he claimed he hunted Nazis in South America. Also, he is a hope he burns in hell kind of guy for all the shit he did to his family.
Having a fantastic holiday season, whichever it may be. Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, or if you don't celebrate it at all. I hope everybody has a fantastic holiday season. But, you know, you got to love how when frauditors get busted and they make it worse, they make it worse, they make it worse.
I think that was pretty much
at
all,
some point, somebody, an attorney, a family member, a friend,
all he had to say
has
about
got
me,
to
I
say, hey,
believe.
dude, you need to stop. Because I didn't even know this about Craig Hendry till Andre Sloan did the video on him.
Fuck him.
Yeah.
What are you, fucking token? Oh, you're going to give me a contact high, dude.
I know.
I'm going
trying
to
to get over my
contact high
opiate.
from YouTube.
I went off camera.
I don't care.
I know.
I don't care.
Especially now you're not
All those years, it was like, oh, I smell weed in your car. And now it's like, I smell weed in your car. Make sure it's locked up in your glove box or you can get a $500 civil fine for open container.
Oh, I need to start doing that. Why am I not
fucking
carrying it in my glove box? I carry it. Well,
if you get it like from a dispensary or something, when it comes in a sealed package,
yeah.
don't open the package and leave it in like your front seat.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Because it's open. It's considered in Massachusetts now open container.
I mean, the truth is it makes sense. I mean, I try not to, I don't really leave shit on my front seat. So for that reason, I figure like the less you got to give somebody to look through, the less they're going to look.
Yeah.
You know? Like if your car's clean and it's like, all right, you know, then anyway, all right.
Yeah. So I just, I watched it on Jeff's and I was like, wow, talk about deflecting. He is doing so much damage control and I'm blaming Shiz. I saw her in the chat. It's all Shiz's fault. She's the one that exposed this court date and the focus was back on him. And now he doesn't know what to do.
He doesn't like it. And he is.
Oh, he hates it.
This pressure is fun because it's making him squirm. Because there was like a while there where it was really boring to watch him because he doesn't do anything but cover Chris and not even in a good way. And then occasionally he would do something, but now that he's getting pressed, it's like he's saying shit like this.
and that's what's getting my focus right now. Some of his simps in my chat are it's creepy. You're focusing on him. He does more videos on Chris Ryder in a week than I've done on him since I first outed him. I think I've done maybe eight or nine videos on him, and it was just to keep the heat on.
Yeah.
Because he's never gonna. You know who apologized? And if you look through some of my videos, I had that gentleman, Antoine Gomez, spent 10 years in prison, convicted felon, claiming to be Army Special Forces back during the Gulf War timeframe. He was in the military. He did get in trouble for drugs. He got put out of the military. He actually did an apology video. And I don't know if I posted it or if it was over on Guardians of the Green Beret. Because as you know, I do a lot of work with
yeah.
them.
I think it's I saw it on theirs. If I'm thinking right.
Yep. He did two actually. The first one was
Yes.
kind of half-assed, and then he came back and did the second one.
Yes. Then
And you know what? He has made no further claims. I haven't even seen any of his videos or anything, but yeah, he's definitely taking a chill. But
do a real.
you know, if Kaiser sat down and made a video and said, "I apologize wholeheartedly for claiming to have been in the military for 10 or 13 years, whatever he claimed, a staff sergeant, a Purple Heart recipient, two of them, 3 tours in Afghanistan, and all of my made up daring duos of combat, being airborne, being a ranger,
got shot in the shoulder,
had a frag in my back."
Yep.
And just every fucking one of them, because they're all still out there. They're not on his channel anymore.
Yeah.
But every bit of that stuff has been archived. Every video where he's made those stupid claims, the minute he got outed, people just flocked to his channel and downloaded those videos.
Yep. Maybe do a Kaiser lost tape today. Do I got the Dropbox? He a little bit further in on this video. I did not watch Jeff and them last night, so I didn't see what all that they played, but a little bit after where we just stopped it, he claims that Kelly W is in there and that he's saying Kaiser's literally, it's that I can remember offhand, has claimed to have had to put down 2 different dogs since he's been on YouTube. One of them was Kimmy's, and hey Kelly, there you go. And he was like, "Show the proof," and I'm like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure it's in one of these fucking very beginning of one of these videos, these archive videos where he says, 'Hey, sorry, Kimmy had to put down her dog, and sorry I was late, and all of this shit.'" So maybe I'll try and find it.
How the fuck? If she put down her dog, it would have been in Virginia.
Yep, would have been in Virginia. Yeah, it's in the videos, right, Kelly? Okay, it is 100%. I remember him saying that, and I think I could probably semi-quickly run through a couple ones. Maybe I will do a lost tape. I want to give Hippie the chance. But yeah, maybe I'll go dig into a lost tape and we'll play.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Some of his lies. Yeah, yeah.
Definitely watch that.
Cool.
Because it's out there. And I didn't archive any of it. I didn't have to because everybody else did.
Yeah.
I mean, if I need a clip, either you or Jeff's got it.
Yeah.
You know,
Jeff always has the clips.
Oh, he does. He is the clip.
The clip master. Who is the clip master? All right, let me see. All right, so I'll look that up and then I'll pop up on my show or my channel.
William, we're getting ready to wrap it up, brother. I appreciate your offer to come up on panel, but this is just MSG retarded and stone vag.
Gus, I got access to it. Yeah, I got access to it.
You know what I should show? Let me see.
Oh, I thought I...
Did you ever show the Stella video on your channel?
I did. I did.
Did you?
You can show it again. It's great. She's awesome.
I love Stella.
She's down there snoring. We had a day this morning. It was freezing, but you know, bulldogs run hot, so like she's fine, you know. And man, I was. But we walked around Blackburn Park, if anybody's familiar with it. Anyway, it was fun. We had a good morning, Stella, didn't we? And now she's crashed the third out.
Yeah, I don't know where the fuck it is. I've got it. That's all right. It was funny.
Can I show it? Let me see if hold on. Let me see if I can present it.
Sure.
Does that work? Oh yeah, boom. There we go.
I love this. She is such a cute dog.
I would just like to report that Stone Vet has received a non-fatal injury. I bit his nutsack while I was licking the peanut butter.
Hey Dale, what's going on? Okay.
That program works so well. It makes the mouth move and the eyes blink, and it's hilarious.
Yeah, really.
It's
It's
hilarious.
really funny. Well, what's hilarious too is I was like, that's nice. He's making this little video. I was like, a little gay, but make a video of my dog. And then I see the video and I'm like, I shouldn't have expected anything different. I should not have expected anything different.
Well, hey,
I'm
that's
like,
what that's what real veterans do to other real veterans.
Fact.
We bust each other's balls. That's how you guys bust my balls about my age. I tell you what, I'll be saying the eulogy at your fucking demise.
I feel like it's like you and my dad. I'm like fucking two immoral motherfuckers.
My dad will be 89 in February.
Really? Nice.
And he's out in his shop right now building a freaking wooden ship. Not in a bottle, but he builds these, fucking huge model ship. And the stuff is tiny. I'm like, what are you working on? Oh, I'm just putting the gears on this little cog. And I'm like, he's got all these glasses on with all these magnifying things. And I'm like, what the I can't believe it.
I'm always impressed when people have the patience and like detail like that.
Oh yeah, he had no patience with me when I was growing up.
Well, look at you running around puffing weed.
Oh, I was an opiate addict. I didn't hear the opiate addict. He did say I had an opiate issue.
Opiate issue.
I never did, and I don't smoke weed, and we went over all that. So if you rewatch this, you'll see where we talked about it. Have I taken opiates? Yes, when they were prescribed for pain from surgeries. So I've had, just trying to think of how many surgeries I've had. Right knee, I had right wrist, right thumb, left shoulder, right shoulder. I had the lens replaced in my right eye. That's it.
Literally the bionic man.
I don't have any hardware other than the lens.
He can see. I loved that show as a kid.
That's why my right eye, if the lights catch it right, the lens reflects the light back, so it looks like I don't have a pupil. Oh no, he's on opiates.
What's up, Clean? All right, I'm gonna dig into the Kaiser lost tapes, and we'll play something from his past that he tried to delete, and when he made military claims, and then if Hippie, I'm gonna wait to see what's up with Hippie. If Hippie's good, we're gonna do a movie, but if not, whatever, we'll figure out a Kaiser lost tape in there. So
okay, well,
yes, Kelly,
I'm my best for Hippie.
Yeah. I think he's okay. He's going to go get checked out, but that shit is. And the truth is, man, everything going on with him, it just moving can be taxing. I mean, he's down to like 165. It's like he's just.
I could lose a few pounds, but I'm
I was
trying
thinking
to get
you
it up.
could too.
Well, I got racing season. Well, I'm not a fat fuck. I don't look like a butt plug. Even though Todd said I'm some fat fuck that sits on my ass, even though I road race motorcycles, and now I got another dirt bike, so I'm out fucking banging myself up in the woods.
That's not a euphemism.
I've always been an avid motorcyclist, and I always will be.
Well, it tries to throw you off, and you keep getting back on. So
I do.
Admirable.
I do.
Admirable.
Yeah, let's talk about a diet after the new year. I agree, Salacious. Yeah, all the best to Hippie. Clean Sanchez, thanks for stopping in, buddy. Yeah. So anyway, we're going to chop it off. I'll be watching to see what comes up later. If Hippie don't come up and you're going to do a missing tapes, I'll come over there and join you.
Perfect. Cool. Sounds good.
All
Sounds
right.
good.
Hey,
Cool.
everybody, thanks. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and, you know, all of that good shit. Have a good 100th anniversary, Harley Screaming Eagle, or I got a 115th anniversary Ultra, the 2018. It was the 115th anniversary. I've got the bike.
Oh, sweet.
It is blue and so it's gorgeous. All right.
Cool.
We're out of here, guys.
All right.
Have
Later,
a great
gang.
day.